Hi everyone, welcome to the accumulation data analysis for 21st of May. Today was kind of a flat day, but the data looks extremely good, especially as we go into the results, right? Hardly another 10-12 days left before the exit polls hit us, right? Before that, I think the big guys have gone out today and have started buying, right? So we look at what happened today, how the data is, right? One more information, I'm starting a new batch on the same accumulation distribution thing, right? If any one of you is interested, you can ping me on Twitter DM, right? I'll share the details with you. It would be in June, right? On the weekends. So let's get started with the analysis. So the VIX continues its up move. So like I said in yesterday's video, that it has kind of done a retest as well, and it is moving higher to that or closer to that 24-25 levels. So it should be around that as we go into the result, that is the election results. Coming to the FIDI activity today, the data is not out yet, so I can't predict what would have happened. But looking at how the data is, looks like the FIS selling number should be very low, or they have even bought today, right? Because that is what the data is kind of telling us, especially the large cap data. Now coming to the Nifty analysis, so Nifty kind of went flat, right? Hardly 27 points up today. So nothing much, to be honest, if you look at what happened there, right? Kind of a flat day, but the data looked extremely good. So if we kind of look at it on a daily chart, since it has kind of entered back that parallel channel, chances are it can continue moving higher. A little resistance would be there around that middle line, the dotted line that you see. But if that is taken out, we can expect it to move even higher, closer to that resistance at the upper channel. Okay, so now coming to the data, if you look at the data, it is extremely good today, right? So the data is pretty good after, let's say, May 3rd's data, right? So chances are, with the index moving higher, with the accumulation coming in, we can even move much higher. But it all depends on the coming 2-3 days. Usually when the big guys start buying, it won't be just one day of accumulation and then we move. It is usually a few days of accumulation and then we move like we have a very good move in the indices, even in the stocks. So the best performing sector today was the metal sector. So what exactly triggered this was, so the Chinese government is trying to stabilize the real estate sector, which was under a lot of pain, right? Because of which metals really had a very strong rally, almost close to 4%. It was up, right? Because what is going to happen? China is the biggest consumer of metal. So if the Chinese markets are recovering, especially the real estate market, then it's a big boost for the metal. So that is kind of that is the sentiment that kind of played out today, and it was up. And another few points where even the industrial output for China was very good, right? And even the US rate cut that might be happening in probably the next MPC meet, that is the Fed meet. So taking into account all these factors, it is kind of rallying now, right? Now coming to the Bank Nifty actually had a down day today from where it closed on Saturday, that is that 2 hour trading. It actually ended lower, it actually ended in the green, but nothing really to worry. Even for the Bank Nifty, it is still in that parallel channel, maybe a little consolidation, and it should move higher again from these levels. Now coming to the mid cap analysis. So like I was telling you in the previous video, that probably one can change over from the mid caps to the small caps, but today's data is like very strong. One can continue playing the mid caps if they are in the mid cap stocks, right? Wherever you're seeing accumulation and there is no distribution happening, you can just continue playing those stocks, and we should move even higher from the current levels. Very strong closing, all-time high closing for the mid cap 100. And look at the data. So the data after, let's say, 17th of April, this is like the best data that we had, right? Very strong accumulation happening, crossing that 50 mark also in the mid cap 100, or let's say the mid cap stocks. Okay, so the mid cap stocks, very solid accumulation happening, and along with that, The big guys are not hesitating even to put money when the index itself is at all-time high, right? So that kind of tells us that probably either of these two things are happening. They kind of are predicting what the results are going to be, and I have started taking positions because what might happen is after the result, very strong move can come in, which can, and many people, if they are like, let's say, sitting out or want to invest, then it would be too late, because if we see what happened after the UPA was elected for the second time, that is in 2009, right? So we hit like 20% circuit, right? So, and then for the next 5 years we didn't do anything at all. So that is also a possibility. Let's see. But as of now, the big guys have gone out there and bought. Even the indexes hitting new highs. Looks like there is more steam left in this rally, and it should continue moving higher. Now coming to the small and mid cap distribution, the distribution has not really spiked as much as the accumulation has spiked. So which is a good thing. So there are going to be stocks which are kind of getting distributed also, but nothing to be really bothered or worried about, because it has not really spiked up. It is around that same level. Okay. But the one good thing is the accumulation is very, very strong. Now coming to the small cap analysis. So the small cap index is, I mean, it kind of ended lower today, almost 0.4% lower, kind of took resistance at that previous resistance mark, right? But nothing really to worry about after this huge up move that it saw, right? From level, let's say 16,000 or 15,800 levels all the way up to 17,000, which is a good 5% kind of a move, 5-6% kind of a move. It is taking some resistance and just cooling off a bit. Nothing really to say that okay, we need to be concerned. A small pullback might happen, but what is really heartening is to see that the data is the best since 28th or 27th 28th of March, that is right. So all of April and May, this is like the best accumulation that has happened in the small cap index, and with the index very close to its all-time high, looks like it is going to break that and move even higher in the coming days. So just to summarize, all three indices, large caps, mid cap and the small cap, saw very good accumulation. Probably the big guys already sense what the results are going to be, and they have started buying even before the results kind of come out, because if the results come out and everyone starts buying, probably the index would have already moved much higher, right? So continue playing. If you are a small or mid cap investor, nothing to be really worried about. Continue playing in the stocks where the accumulation is very good, and you should make decent gains as we head into the election results. Thank you.